Hello everybody, my name is Carter Frost and today we'll be playing California games for the Atari 2600. It was developed by the company Epix, and its most prominent designers were Chuck Summerfield, Ken Nicholson, and Kevin Norman. Each one was responsible for a minigame. In this game there's four. Chuck Summerfield was responsible for the half-pipe game, Ken Nicholson for the footbag game, and Kevin Norman was behind the BMX game. The one I didn't mention, surfboarding, was, I guess you could say, a collaboration, but yeah, collaboration. It's important to note that what you're looking at is a port of a game developed originally for the Apple II and Commodore 64 in 1987. The game you're looking at was released in 1988, more than a decade after the initial release of the Atari 2600 and during the reign of the Nintendo Entertainment System. Let's get out of this menu, and I'm going to talk really quickly about what makes this game unique. This game is unique because it uses 7 colors instead of 4 for a technique called more-color, more, all capitalized. It's kind of an illusion, it's kind of not, it's very technical. It's to do a lot with time and place of a certain pixel and whatnot. But more importantly, what makes this game unique is that it uses 16 kilobytes of memory instead of the usual usual 204 for Atari 2600 games. They do this for a technique called bank swapping, which is basically the cartridge has multiple ROM chips that equal 16 kilobytes overall. There's 4 minigames, so I guess 4 ROM chips each equal 4, which is really unique. I'm not sure there's any other 2600 games that do this. So yeah, that's what makes this game unique. I'm on the initial menu. I'm supposed to select a sponsor. It's kind of like selecting a character in a video game. I'm gonna go with Epix. If I select the 2, that assumes I have 2 players playing the game. Select free players. I'm only playing by myself, so I'm just gonna go with Epix. I can pick whatever. I'm selecting these with the fire button on the Atari 2600 controller, and I'm moving up and down with the joystick. So I'm gonna go done. I'm gonna play the first game, which is Footbag, which is popular in California, apparently, hence California games. Hit it up with different parts of my body. It's supposed to kind of combo it together to get points. Not doing very well, but yeah. Well, I'm doing okay. I'm gonna hit my foot, my leg, my foot, my head, my knee. I also hit the back of my leg, but that's a little harder to do because you can actually turn around. You move right and left with the joystick. How I'm kicking and whatnot is through the fire button, and that's basically all I got here. Normally this game is 90 seconds, but for the length for the video, I'm gonna go on to the next game, which is the half pipe game, which by doing certain combinations with the fire button and the joystick, I do tricks for points. It's kind of like Tony Hawk if you're familiar with that, but to get started, push the fire button. Supposed to do certain combinations at certain times. It's very tight, like that. That's how you do a trick. What I did there was a hand plant. You can do air tricks, but I'm not very good at it, or I haven't figured it out yet from the few times I played this game. So yeah, let me do a few more tricks before I throw the towel on. Throw the towel in for this one. Yeah, I'm doing tricks right there. So as you kind of like saw with this game and the football game, there's a huge emphasis on timing, which owes to difficulty, and a emphasis on skill. So this game is less accessible than other games you can play, like Pac-Man. So that's what I personally dislike about this game. Well, I just don't care for the difficulty personally. I like, it's hard to describe. But basically what I dislike about this game is that it's less accessible than other maybe 2600 titles. But I'll go into what I like about this game later in the video. But I'm gonna go on to the next game, which is BMX. Hold right to accelerate, hold left to brake, and the fire button I can jump with. So that's it. Apparently you can do tricks in the air. Haven't figured that out yet though. Yeah, I'm supposed to jump over obstacles, but if I hit one, then I crash, like so. There's lanes that can slow you down. Yeah. There's lanes that make you crash, and there's lanes that just slow you down, like this mud right there. Couldn't really tell, but if you're going slower, then yeah, you would see it. And I'm jumping, really. I'm supposed to get to the finish line. My score is based off how I kind of get to these flags. But yeah, this game is different, much different gameplay wise than the other free games here. I'm going to the next game, and the final one, which is surfboarding. Like the half pipe game, doing different combinations to score points. But if you mess up or you go too tight, I guess you could say, or you make too sharp turns, I guess you could say, two tricks that are too sharp relatively, then you can crash. But basically, you pushing the fire button to respawn and whatnot. Yeah, I could be doing that for 90 seconds each game. Besides the BMX game is like 90 seconds. So, with that said, that's California Games for you. What I like about this game is that for a game that only uses a button and joystick, there is a level of complexity in there that I particularly admire. Also, just as you can see here with bank swapping and more color, this game is pretty good looking for a 2600 title, which is makes it really unique in my opinion. So yeah, the complexity in the presentation, that's what makes this game unique, and that's actually what I like about it a lot. That's why I like this game, really. I mean, I'm not very good at it, but I like it nonetheless. And basically, that's my Let's Play. I hope you liked it, and have a nice day.